Hello everyone, my name is Bhakti Jain and I will be teaching you all physics and a little bit of math to class 9th and 10th students of St. Mary's Public School. Um, so as we all are stuck up in our respective houses due to COVID-19 situation, I have got this opportunity to teach you all and I'm very happy to be a part of your school. So today we will be learning the topic electricity, which is class 10 physics. If any of you have any doubts, any comments, anything that you want to say to me, please put it forward into the comment section below, and I would look into the comments and respond to any of your doubts in the upcoming videos. Thank you. So today we will be dealing with the topic electricity of class 10 physics. So the word electricity is such an important thing in our lives, right? Just imagine a complete day without electricity. No street lights, no fan, no electricity to charge our phones. Life is really very difficult without electricity. So electricity is such an important part of our lives. But what is electricity according to physics? Let us look further into electricity in terms of physics. What is electric current? The flow of electric charge through a conductor is said to be electric current. Now, what is electric charge? Electric charge means any charged particle. Charges can be of two types. You can have a positive charge and you can have a negative charge. So the flow of electric charges through a conductor is said to be electric current. Which kind of charge? The flow of negative charges. The flow of electrons through a conductor is said to be an electric current. It can be defined by the amount of charge flowing through a particular area in unit time. This is a very important point, students. Whenever you feel you want to pause the video and make notes, please do so. It's very important because these definitions you have to write word to word. So please understand what the definition says and please make note of it. Electric current can be defined by the amount of charge flowing through a particular area in unit time. So in 1 second, how many charges are passing through a particular area is given by the term electric current. So I is equal to Q by T, where I is current. Current is measured in the SI unit called amperes and the symbol is capital A. Q is charge, net charge measured in coulombs, symbol capital C. And T is time measured in seconds, small s. Please remember I is equal to Q by T. Okay, and electric current is defined by the amount of charge flowing through a particular area in unit time. Now let us look at a few terms related to electricity. Electric circuit. So what is an electric circuit? It is a continuous and closed path of an electric current is called an electric circuit. So it should be a completely closed path. Why should it be a closed path? Because if there is any opening in between the path, current cannot pass through air. Air is a very bad conductor of electricity. Air is an insulator. Air will not conduct electricity. So the path has to be closed. There should be full conductor. Only then can electricity pass. Then there a switch. A switch makes a connection between the cell and the bulb. You know what's a cell? A cell is a source of energy, right? A cell has a positive terminal and a negative terminal. Many cells connected together make up a battery. Next we look at the definition of 1 ampere of current. So 1 ampere of current is the flow of 1 coulomb of charge in 1 second. So if there is 1 coulomb of charge flowing in 1 second of time, then we say 1 ampere of current is present. Let us go to the next one, conductors and insulators. You all have already gone through in class 7 and 8 what are conductors and insulators. Anything that helps current to pass through them, that allows current to pass through them is a conductor. Anything that does not allow current to pass through them is an insulator. So conductors have free electrons and these free electrons help the electricity to pass. whereas insulators do not have free electrons in them. Because they don't have free electrons, current does not pass in them. An example of conductors is copper, but actually all metals behave like conductors. An example of insulator is rubber. Ammeter. An ammeter is a measuring instrument used to measure the electric current in a circuit. Now, you remember we studied that electric current is measured in the SI unit ampere. So, from that name only, ammeter. Ammeter matlab measuring electric current. An ammeter should have a very low resistance, only then it can catch even small amounts of current passing through it. So the instrument or the device used for measuring current is called ammeter. Now we come to this topic called electric potential and potential difference. Guys, I want you all to pay attention for this slide. It's a very important topic. Okay? Now, just imagine we are having a copper wire and there's a electric charge present at point A. Now, this electric charge has to come from point A and it has to move to point B. Now, it is in a horizontal line. What will make the charge move? Can gravity make the charge move? No. Can magnetic field make the charge move? No. So what is it that is going to make the charge move from point A to point B? Now, remember one thing, in an electric circuit we have to have a source of current, right? It can be a cell, it can be battery, it could be anything. So inside the cell, what is there? Inside a cell there are chemicals present and these chemicals undergo a chemical reaction. So what is happening over here? The chemical reaction between the two cells is seeing to it that the number of electrons become more on one side and the number of electrons become less on the other side. Now when there are more electrons on one side and less electrons on the other side, what will happen to the flow of electrons? Flow will always happen from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration. So from where the electrons are more, the electrons will start moving towards the area where it is less concentrated. So the potential, electric potential is the capability of a charge to move a unit positive charge from one point to the other. And electric potential difference is the amount of work done to bring the unit positive charge from one point to the other. So how much of work is being done in moving the charge from point A to point B? That work is given by potential difference to move the charge from one point to the other. And why is the charge moving? Because of difference in electron pressure. Electrons are more on one side and electrons are less on the other side. So pressure has been built up. एक तरफ ज़्यादा है और दूसरे साइड कम. So it will always move from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. So potential difference V is equal to work done divided by charge. Potential difference is given by V. V stands for volt. Potential difference is also called voltage and it is measured by a voltmeter. So the SI unit of potential difference is voltage, or it can also be called as volt. Work done is written as capital W and charge is given by capital Q. Abhi work done is measured in joules and charge is measured in coulomb. So V is equal to W by Q. Remember this, you can pause the video and make note of the definitions of electric potential and electric potential difference.